What is going on, Preloader Nation? All right, do me a favor, guys. Before I say anything else, put a one in the chat if you can hear me clearly, please, just to let me know what I'm dealing with here. All right, can you hear me? I can hear you. All right, thank you, Sheikah. All right, happy Saturday, guys. Now, I know I'm preaching to the choir, and some of you don't want to hear what I have to say regarding the weather, but it's 35 degrees here in Pooler, Georgia. Oh my gosh, 35 degrees, and it's going to go down to like 20. That is crazy. But next week we'll be back into the 60s and then 70s near the end of the week. So it's like a cold burst that is affecting everybody for the most part. But we don't have any snow. This is another reason why I say it doesn't snow here really, but a lot of it is luck of the draw, because if it would just happen to be precipitation right now, it would be snowing. It's cold enough. It's cold enough for it. Anyway, I want to welcome you all here. I want to thank you for being here. I see a bunch of my V.I.Preloaders here. Lee, what's going on, buddy? Papa D Rides. One of my ambassadors, Andy. Andy Rides. That's his YouTube channel, guys. So check out Andy's channel. Sheikah's in here. Let's see. Brandon Dudley, what's going on? Little Scott's World. Frank D'Angelo. Bob Maslin. I got somebody here from Australia. I think I saw that. What is this? A pimp? I can't even read that. It's all scrimped up together. Anyway, welcome you all. Let's see who else we got in here. Mark from Montreal. Oh, man. I'm not even going to complain about the weather here, because I know in Montreal, you guys are always in the cold. Your riding season ended a long time ago. So, Edward Martinez, what's going on? Let's see. Of course, we got Joe Go Motorcycle Adventures under both his accounts. He wanted to see that bad, so he switched back to the old one. SS Goldwing. All right. So, guys, I'm going to make it my point to try my best to not keep you guys more than an hour. Not that you're stuck here. People can always leave when they want. 2020 Lucky Guy, what's going on? Atlanta, 24 degrees. Yeah, crazy. Barber CVO 19 talking about the fresh cut. Yes, that he did. All right. So I appreciate him. What does it say? Shuley Baker got a heat wave here in South Dakota. 2 degrees. Oh, my God. Yvette Keast, Michigan in the Upper Peninsula, cold and snow, 11 degrees. Yeah, so listen, I used to love snow because I used to make overtime on it when I was in the highway patrol. But I don't miss it other than that, right? TD 205, what's going on? 25 in Birmingham, Alabama. John Murdoch. All right. So I'm just going to get right to it, guys. And that way we can get in and get out. By no means am I in a rush. And if you guys can't stay for the whole thing, that's fine. This will always be, available for you to watch. Anthony B said it's 30 in Virginia. Yeah, it's even cold in Florida. So, this is just a cold front that's going around, I should say. My damn house, 24 feeling like 15. Yeah, and it's windy too. All right, so now because this is on my mind, and every now and then I have a bunch of stuff here written down, guys, that I want to talk to you about. But every now and then something will pop in my head, so I want to talk to you about it. So yesterday I had a private lesson, and it was with a guy named Willie. And this was awesome because his awesome wife heard him talking about him planning on at some point coming down here to Pooler, Georgia. He lives in North Carolina. Coming down here to Pooler, Georgia for a private lesson. So she heard what he said, and then she contacted me and wanted to know if she can do the gift certificate private lesson. That was just phenomenal on a number of different reasons. One, that she was listening and, had the presence of mind to say this would be perfect because she knew he would appreciate it, which he did. But when he came here, first thing he said to me is how much of an honor it was to meet me, right? And I was humbled by that, of course. He rides a Goldwing. And then he told me a story. Now, I often say to you guys that people have been riding their motorcycles for 5 decades. I don't know why I use, maybe because it's a round number, 5 decades, and are still not really comfortable riding their bike in the friction zone at slow speeds. Well, he's been riding a motorcycle for 51 years. And when he moved to North Carolina about 2 years ago, he said, you know what? I'm going to take one of those safety courses just so I can save on my insurance. You know how to give you a discount. So when he got out there, he's out there with brand new motorcycle riders. And he felt like he was on their level, right? And, he was able to admit that to himself that, wow, this is nothing that I've learned, nothing. And it was eye-opening to him. And he talked to the people that were running it, and he kept telling them, this is all so foreign to me. And you know what they told him? Check out Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle. And that's what led him to me. So this is what I mean, guys, when I say that I'm just one guy with a YouTube channel, and sharing this information is what's going to really help a lot of people. And you can share this in a bunch of different ways. But of course, the videos help because some people are shy. They're embarrassed. They don't want to admit that after riding 50 years, they really still don't know what they're doing. And they also don't know that in Preloader Nation, they don't have to be embarrassed. We don't judge. There's no negativity here. And that's what led me to making that video about, are you an average rider? Because most people would think they were below average, but no, here they're actually average. And if you didn't watch that video, definitely check that video out. Just put it out a couple of days ago. And after I watched that video, I was annoyed with myself because when I watched it, I said, well, damn, Robert, this is actually 2 videos. I mean, I could have made 2 10-minute videos instead of one 20-minute video. Sometimes, guys, a lot of the times I go out to that parking lot with an idea of what I'm going to talk about. And once I start talking, I just start talking. So there's no script or anything. But I like the way it came out because I was able to cover everything in that video. And a lot of people enjoyed it. A lot of people said it was probably the best video they saw, just because of the information that it's putting out. I want people to be in the right frame of mind and understand where they are in comparison to the majority of their peers. Right? It's that simple. All right. Now that I got that out, I want to wish you guys a happy new year. I know I've said it. I put post out, but this is my first live video. And I want to be able to have you look in my face and hear me say Happy New Year. And I want to thank all of you guys for everything that you've done in the past year. 2023 was just awesome. I want to thank all my V.I.Preloaders. I always appreciate you guys going, the extra mile, showing your support. I want to thank my ambassadors. You guys are awesome. I'm going to talk about my ambassadors in a second, guys, because we have 2 new ambassadors that I'm going to announce today on this live video. I want to thank my sponsors and just everybody. If I forgot anybody, my bride, how can I forget my bride? I just told Anita maybe a few days ago. I told her everything that I look at in Preloader Nation, I see her. And I don't blow smoke. I tell you guys that all the time. I don't tell anybody anything that I think they want to hear just because they want to hear it. I mean, and that includes Anita. She knows I don't do that. And when I tell you guys, anything I look at in Preloader Nation, she has a part of it. That's the CFO. And oh my gosh. Even this thing I'm wearing around my neck, this is the dog tag. That's Anita, right? And there's more stuff coming from her. As a matter of fact, there's going to be a new design for the shirts that we all wear, or all the merchandise, really. She wants to change it every year. The OG style, the original style, is always going to be available. But every year she wants to put like a different image on there. And then people have a choice of, what they want to do. If she leaves it up, because sometimes she might take something down to put something else up. She just does so much, guys, excuse me, guys. And I'm going to talk to you guys about some stuff new to Preloader Nation. And again, it's coming from Anita too. All right. So I'll get to that. All right. So first I want to introduce my ambassadors for Preloader Nation. And let me see if I can pull this up. I should have had this up already. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, I'm going to read this. Be the Bossy of Motorcycle Ambassadors. Uh, the ambassador is someone that embodies the principles and spirit of Preloader Nation. This person is dedicated to improving slow speed riding skills, positively represents Preloader Nation, and provides uplifting support to preloaders both near and far. So I've had several people ask me questions regarding what are the qualifications to be an ambassador. I would like to be an ambassador where I live. And, quite honestly, guys, by the way, ambassadors, that was Anita's idea. She's just awesome. Oh my God. It's never really something we're looking for, but it's something that we see, and we see it in the way people do things, the way they interact with people, how positive and inspiring they are on the different platforms, whether it be in the comment section, the private group, or my public YouTube, my public Facebook. It's anything. And they're who they are. Now, Preloader Nation is full of positive people, of course, because we don't do the negativity thing here, full of above and beyond personalities, but it's just something about them. The V.I.Preloaders, and all of them are pretty proficient in what they do. Not saying that that's a prerequisite, but it helps, right? It just helps. So first, I want to talk about Miss Jenny. Now, Miss Jenny was the first ambassador, and she's in Washington. She's the Preloader Nation ambassador for Washington, be the Bossy Motorcycle ambassador for Washington State. And she's just awesome from the beginning to now. Just awesome. And speaking of last year, guys, the anniversary group ride and luncheon, that was just, it was beautiful. It was perfect. The weather was beautiful. I had almost every ambassador that I have there. That meant so much to me. And the only person that was missing was Miss Jenny. She couldn't make it. So I don't know if I'll ever get all of my ambassadors together again. So I'm definitely going to appreciate that. But we'll see what happens this year. And I'm going to talk to you guys about that. But that was just awesome stuff. So Miss Jenny is your Washington ambassador. Well, then we have Andy. Andy is your Be the Bossy Your Motorcycle North Carolina ambassador. Andy's just awesome. So let me tell you something, guys. The practice sessions that I have here in Pooler, Andy's here more than people that live here. As a matter of fact, I think somebody said, Andy, you need to move to Pooler. I mean, it shows you the dedication these guys have. You know what? Screw that. He was out there today with Jamie Ray. It's 20-something, 28 degrees out there practicing today. And he posted it on Facebook. And I looked at that and I was like, kudos to you, Andy. It wouldn't be me. So not just kudos to him, kudos to Jamie Ray and any of the people that were out there with Jamie Ray running that thing. That's just awesome. That's dedication. So, and that's the type of guy Andy is. And I got to tell you guys something. When I first met Andy and Andy was coming out here to practice, Andy was a lot more reserved than he is now. And I noticed it. And I just loved his personality and his dedication. And you look at Andy now, he is outstanding on that motorcycle. I remember when he first got that Road King and I was having a practice session. He wasn't in it. He was practicing. All I was hearing is revving and metal hitting the ground. He was dropping that bike over and over. But what do we do in Preloader Nation? We identify and retry. So he would identify what he did wrong, go back, do it again. So just it was a no-brainer that Andy would be an ambassador. And he's a North Carolina ambassador, guys. Ruben and Maria, all right, or Ruben and Gigi. Those are your California ambassadors. Just beautiful people. You know, they came down here as well for the anniversary celebration and the practice session. They hosted a practice session in California last year. They're family. All you guys are family, really. And I give you a perfect example. When they came here, I remember they had reservations at a hotel, and I said to them, you know, and Anita was like, yeah, guys, just stay here. You ever had somebody stay at your house and you offer them to stay, but you really can't wait for them to leave. Well, with these two, I swear I didn't want them to leave. I loved having them here, and I don't know if it's because I know if I don't see them, once they're gone, they're going to be a long way away. But I love them both. So those are your California ambassadors. You're going to hear about them later and what I have to talk about tonight. Mario is your Maryland ambassador. Another great guy, awesome motorcycle rider, motor officer. But again, guys, I say this all the time. Just because you're a motor officer doesn't mean that you know how to do this. This takes practice. So a lot of people would say, I ride the way I ride because I was a motor officer. That's partly true. That's what gave me the foundation. But if I didn't continue to practice, and believe it or not, the real practicing started when I moved out here to Georgia. Yeah, I used to practice in New York or whatever, but everything changed when I got here. It was more of a focus, and more, I guess, more so because once I started this and I'm trying to help people out, I need my knowledge base to be more, right? And that's why I say this is an each one teach one environment, and I'm always learning. But he's an awesome guy, and he's the guy that you probably saw practice session number, whatever the hell it was, for that anniversary ride, and the one before that too, doing the whole course with his wife on the back of Angel. Just a laid back guy, always willing to help, and that's what's key. Mike, riding and wrenching. Mike is your Tennessee ambassador. Another great guy, full of knowledge. You check out his channel and you'll see riding and wrenching. A lot of information, straightforward information, no BS, fair, right? But always in the comment section as well, and in the Facebook group, and in his own Facebook group. I think it's called 2023 CVO, right? That private group has grown a lot, and again, a lot of positivity. And he's a crap talker, right? And that's what makes it fun. And he also hosted the practice session out in Mississippi last year. Talk to you guys about that later too. So appreciate him. Then we got Ken. Ken is your Virginia ambassador. Another great guy, easygoing, excellent on his bike. He's got two bikes now. His bike actually sounds like a sports car. I love the way his motorcycle sounds. And really, with Ken, the only thing that limits him on that bike is that bike. Like if he got on my Road King, he would be killing everything. I know he would. But I think it's a Yamaha that he rides. It doesn't turn as much. The handlebars don't turn as much. I think it has a longer wheelbase. But he's another guy that when I come out to Maryland to do a practice session, he's out there from the beginning while I'm setting up, when the sun is still coming up, until I'm leaving. He's there all day. And while he's out there helping people, giving people advice, real big in the comment section and in YouTube, just helping people out, I got a lot of stuff going on, guys, and a lot of times I'm doing a lot of things. So sometimes I read everything that's going on in Facebook, but sometimes people don't know that just leaving a comment in Facebook, if you don't tag my name, I won't see that it's there. So sometimes I miss things, and sometimes I'll just, put a heart, loving. I get them really tight because it's so much. But who's always in there responding to people? Andy, Mike, Ken, Mario. So I appreciate these guys. I mean, and they're also, what is this called? I can't remember, but they help out in the Facebook group too. They're moderators. That's what I meant to say, and group experts. So appreciate Ken. Joe Go from Joe Go Motorcycle Adventures. Joe Go is also an ambassador. He's the ambassador for Ohio. And I definitely appreciate that. And Joe really should have been an ambassador a long time ago. And I don't know why I was thinking maybe Joe wouldn't want to be an ambassador because he was doing his own channel. But it really doesn't matter, because Joe's channel is great. If you guys haven't checked out Joe Go Motorcycle Adventures, man, he's just so good at what he's doing. Not just the podcast part of it, but even his videos. And his last video, I told him, that's probably, in my opinion, best video he's ever made. Not just because of the content, but looking at it from a content creator's perspective and looking at everything going on in that video. I know it was a 9-minute video roughly that took him, he told me it took him days to do it. Not that he's doing it days straight. He still has a job, but so much time and work goes into any of these videos that we do, guys. So yes, a video that short, even if he was able to sit there and just do it in one shot, It would have taken him hours. So I appreciate it. I know you guys appreciate it too. So definitely check out his channel. He also has membership now for his channel. So check that out too as well, guys. I, I I'm a member of his channel. He's a member of my channel. So we're helping each other out. And lastly, guys, the new ambassadors for Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle for Florida are Mike and Lori. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Mike and Lori. Most of you guys know Lori from when she said custom dynamics at the at the anniversary lunch. But aside from that, what you really should know, well, I'm sure you also know both of them because I think Mike is 6'9" and Lori is 6'2". So this is what makes them stand out just by looking at them, right? But what also makes them stand out, Lori in particular, is Lori started riding a motorcycle. She had a heritage motorcycle, which is still not a small motorcycle, but size doesn't matter as long as you know what you're doing. She started by watching Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle. So everything that she knows, she learned it here, right? And she's that person that if I ask her a question, what are the first 5 steps? What are the 3 C's of Preloader Nation? She's going to know the answer, right? That's why it was so funny when she got up there and the question she just happened to be asked, the answer was tire performance. What exhaust does Robert run on his motorcycle? And she said custom dynamics because she's paying attention to the stuff, the techniques and stuff like that to learn how to ride, not the crap that's on the motorcycle. That's Mike's job. If Mike was up there, Mike would have got that. But they're just fantastic people. They actually run practice sessions out in Sebastian, Florida, and they put them on YouTube. And they just recently got microphones because I said, Laura, we got to be able to hear what you guys are saying. I know that from experience because you guys, when I first started, I had no microphone. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But anyway, so this is what I mean when I say above and beyond. She's always talking about Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle and Preloader Nation and the practice sessions that they do out there. They're doing the same practice session, the same exercises that I do. And I love hearing them talk and instruct. Again, guys, each one teach one, right? This is no secret formula here. You know, I'm not, the more people that share this, the best. And that's why I always say, once you get this, you're going to feel compelled to share it. It's just that simple, right? And it's going to help people out. And watching her now making 18-foot U-turns. So for the anniversary practice session, she was here, of course, her and Mike. She participated, Mike didn't. And this was the first time she practiced any slow speed stuff on that new Street Glide. And the first thing she said to me was, oh, I haven't practiced on this bike yet. But she was riding all over the place on the bike. So that's why I was like, come on now, you have to do this. And she felt a little, whatever on that bike. Now she's making 18-foot U-turn. So I can't wait for her to come back, her and Mike. She's trying to plan something now to get a bunch of people from the practice session there to come here to Pooler, Georgia. So, that'd be great. So guys, those are your ambassadors for, Those are your ambassadors for Preloader Nation, 10 of them all together. And I appreciate them all. And, we'll see if we're going to get more, or if we're going to add more. Of course, I'm never going to limit it. If somebody jumps off the page to us and we say this is a perfect fit, then by all means, we're going to make that happen. All right. All right. Let's see. All right. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about what's new here in Preloader Nation. And one of the things is the website. So you've already heard about gift certificates. So that's going to be something that again, Anita's idea. And it was just an excellent idea because when I talked about it, 5 people emailed me to get that so that they can gift it to somebody. It's just a perfect gift because it doesn't have to be an occasion. You can just do it. So if you ride on the back of somebody's motorcycle and they look a little iffy, give them a gift certificate, right? It's a great gift. You might really be helping them out. And if you ride on the back, you're helping yourself out too, right? So I've added this to the website. Well, I've had my webmaster, Charles Castile. That's my webmaster. We had to sit down. We changed a couple of things. And one of the things we added was there's actually a picture of the gift certificate under private lessons. And if you click on that, it will play a video explaining to you how you can get a gift certificate for someone else. Okay. I've also made it easier for you guys to um, register for a private lesson. It was a little convoluted. It was, somebody was trying to do a private lesson with me, and we were going back and forth. And when I went on it, I was even like, what the hell is this? So kind of streamlined it so it's easier for you guys. I've also added for the private lessons, I now have that, yes, you can rent my Road King special, and the price is on there as well. You can rent it for private lessons or practice sessions. And that's pretty much it. But now at least that's on there. And also I have listed on there that it is an option for you to have your private lessons recorded. It will be recorded by me, of course. It's just for you. It'll be a YouTube video, but it's not going to be obviously broadcast for everybody else. It's private. I'll send you a link for it, and then you can watch it and share the link with whoever else you want to watch it. And the reason I added that to the website, I've been doing it for a while now, but I never put it on the website because, I mean, quite frankly, I had so many videos to do that I didn't want another video to do. So what I would do is if my video load, if it was low, then at that time I would let the person know this is an option. But at the end of the day, my main goal is to give you guys as much help as possible, and being able to watch yourself just helps so much. The private lesson I just had, the guy was getting ready to pay me the amount to do the private lesson recording. But I told him, just let your wife record you for now. I'm having a practice session January 27th, which is next Saturday. Just come to that and it'll be recorded and you don't have to pay anything for it, right? So I kind of let you guys know up front what's going on. But yes, so that's on the website now. So for informational purposes, bam, it's there. Upcoming events. Okay, so this definitely helps me out too. On my website, all the way at the top, upper right, where the menu bar is, it says upcoming events. If you click on that, all of the upcoming events that are coming up, I don't have them in there yet. I only have one in there, and that's the practice session coming up. But that's where everything is going to be. So what's been improved on this is now it'll have the general information about what it is, and then there's going to be a number next to it, and that's just going to be the event number of the year. When you click on that, it's going to take you to like a PDF form of it. And in that form, you're going to have a link to become a V.I.Preloader if you're not, a link to fill out a hold harmless agreement form, which you need to do to participate in anything. And what's really helpful now is there's a link for you to register for like a traveling practice session. Instead of you having to leave my website and now go to whatever other stuff I sent out to get to the constant contact, you can do it right there. So I'm liking that. And again, I want to shout out Charles because we sat down for about 2-3 hours and hashed all this out, and we hashed a little bit more out today. Just so much going on, guys. So I definitely appreciate him. Anything that's going on that website, that's all him. Okay, so for my V.I.Preloaders, I put a vote out to the V.I.Preloaders. And again, if you guys are not familiar with what V.I.Preloaders are and what perks they get, you can go to my website, or you can go to any of my videos in the description section. There's a link for it. It'll play you a video explaining it. But they get perks, of course. And one of the perks they get that I don't even think is in that video is, for instance, the trailer that I just sold. If I'm selling something or I'm giving something away, I'm always going to advertise that to Preloader Nation first before I do something like put it on Facebook Marketplace. It rarely ever makes it to Facebook Marketplace. But V.I.Preloaders are always going to get notified of that stuff first. If I'm selling something, not only are they going to get notified first, they're going to get a discount. And it's always a substantial discount. There's no $25, $50 discounts for V.I.Preloaders. It's always a triple. It's always $100, $200, $250 discount, right? That's just the way that is. That's what they get. There's certain videos they get early, and then the rest of you guys would get it. But now I've decided to start giving them exclusive videos just for them. And it's not necessarily just about motorcycles. I put it to a vote for them, and they all 99% of them said yes. Because again, this is so much more about motorcycles, to me at least, with you guys. And if I have videos and I want to share them with you, and the 2 videos that I put out so far for them, they're actually videos of Anita and I on a cruise in 2020. Yeah, that was the last cruise we went on right before COVID. And just talking about the experience of the ship that we were on and the exclusive part of the ship and stuff like that. So if you haven't checked that out and you're a V.I.Preloader, definitely check that out. It's good stuff. And I got more stuff coming to you guys because I've got a bunch of videos that I used to just record stuff just to record it. I didn't have a YouTube channel and I still have it. So I want to share with you guys. So that's something new that I'm adding this year. All right. Sponsors. I have a new sponsor. I actually started with them in 2023, but now it's been extended for 2024, and that's Lord Tigers. And I'm excited about Lord Tigers for a couple of different things. One, so I can share with you guys and everybody what they offer, and put that 1-800-LORD-TIGERS or LordTigers.com. Keep that number in the back of your mind, or that website in the back of your mind, because it might not just be something that you're affected in. It could be somebody that you know, or you could be in a group ride and somebody has an accident. Let them know that this is people they need to contact because they're going to take care of them, right? Did you guys know about if you, or at least here in Georgia, when Violet was in an accident, after everything was said and done and that was paid for, there's another thing that the insurance company was supposed to give me, a diminished value of the motorcycle because it was in an accident. I didn't know about that. Guess where I learned about it? So this is what I mean. It's not just about an accident. Sometimes it's as simple as finding out if you are fully covered, because full coverage doesn't always mean full coverage when it comes to a motorcycle. All right. So guys, check them out. I appreciate them. And of course, I have my other sponsors, Tab Performance, love them, Custom Dynamics, Indie Ridge Boots. All of these companies, in my opinion, are the cream of the crop, right? And that's why I'm just honored to be a part of them and Preloader Nation. Just, I'm not going to talk highly about somebody or their stuff unless I love it, and I love all of their stuff. All right, this is not an infomercial. I'm very appreciative of them, and I love their products. All right. You know what? Before I keep reading this list, let me try to go back and see before this all piles up on me, guys. Let's see. Kelly B. Glidden, welcome. Tiffany Renee, what's going on? All right. Oh, it's just I'm getting emails now. Uh-oh. Let me turn this volume down. Sorry about that, guys. Karen's in the house. How you doing, Karen? Steve Balance, don't know if you can ride in the spring. I broke my ankles. I hope you didn't break your ankle putting your feet down. Hey, Miss Jenny, what's going on? Miss Jenny's in the house. Steve Balance, already said that. Rich Hampton, what's going on? Kelly B gliding, man. Kelly B has gotten a lot better too. Practices. OG Kenny Lee says, sign me up. I don't know what he's talking about. Dirty 30, what's going on, brother? Dirty 30 sneaky too. He was at the anniversary practice session. He's got a YouTube channel as well, guys. So check out his channel, Dirty 30. He definitely was practicing because he was so much better than I thought he did so much better than I thought he was going to. So I was definitely proud of him. GoPro, any future upcoming courses in Middle Tennessee? Stand by. We're going to talk about that. Brandon Dudley's in the house. Jay Jack. Mark Lowe, what's going on, Mark? Daniel Sardi. Matthew Savoy from Maryland. All right, let me get back to this, guys. Hold on. Rich Huffman, I'm actually thinking to come to you this summer, Rob, for a one-on-one. Just got to see where I'm going to stay, time off from work, and also, do I want to make the 12-hour ride or rent a trailer? Well, you know what I'm going to say about that. Listen, that's an individualistic answer or choice. And I say that because if you don't want to be in a hotel longer than necessary, then I'm going to say throw that thing on a trailer or in a trailer. because if you're going to ride that long, you need more rest. It's just that simple. And so if you ride here 12 hours, clearly you're going to get here the day before and then do the lesson. And my assumption is leave the day after. If you're riding, yeah, but if you're driving, you could leave the same day. It all depends. These things wear you out. It depends on how long you're going to be here. So there's a lot of depends. Anyway, all right, guys. What's happening in 4 days? I'm sure you guys are aware. New Harley Davidson motorcycles are being revealed. I'm going to let you know. I don't have any inside information, but some of you have seen the teaser pictures, and we can clearly see the new design of the CVO and the new Road Glide and the new design of the CVO Street Glide. So the question is, are those CVOs, or is the design being carried down to the rest of the models? My guess is it's being carried down, and I knew that from the start. If I was a betting man, I'd put a large sum of money down that it's going to be trickling down because it just makes sense, right? It has to change. And the old design is, people are still going to like that. I still like it, but this is the future. So I'm looking forward to that. And guys, I got a surprise for you guys. I'm not going to talk about it here, but I'm just letting you know regarding these new motorcycles, I got a surprise for you. I'll leave it at that. Let's see. Oh, guys, if you're not familiar, you know what? I'll come back to that. Merchandise. So Anita is coming out with a new, it's the same logo, but different picture in the middle. She's going to be coming out with something new. And her thing is she wants to try to do a new one every year. And before January even started, she was telling me, send me another picture, send me some pictures so we can figure out what the new picture is going to be. Of course, the old G design, the main logo, that's always going to be available. But she likes to put different options out there just in case, people want some, variety. So again, Anita, right? Okay. Moving on. What's coming up? All right. Daytona. Who's going to Daytona? I already know Joe Go can't go because of work. Joe Go can't go. We're going to have to change you to Joe Can't Go. All right. So Daytona, my plans, guys, I'm going to be there March 7th and March 8th, right? March 7th and March 8th. I think that's Thursday and a Friday. Actually, I know that's a Thursday and a Friday. Traveling Tall is having his, I forgot what he called it last year. It was like a ride-up motorcycle show where you could just enter your motorcycle. Just a good gathering of people. Harley Davidson's going to be hosting that. That's going to be on the 8th. So that's why I'm going 7th and the 8th. I don't foresee myself being there any longer than that. I was about to say I might go the first weekend. I got to check my calendar when it first starts. I don't know. But the 7th and the 8th, that's the plan. The 9th, I have a private lesson. It's a husband and wife private lesson, so I got to come back to Pooler anyway. And then on the 10th, guys, March 10th, I'm going to be having the post Daytona Bike Week practice session. I haven't put this out yet. I'm going to be talking to you guys about a lot of stuff today that's coming up that you can't register for yet because I haven't put it out yet. But I'm going to put it out as soon as possible so people have time to plan. All right? So Daytona, March 7th, March 8th. I think I'm going to do a meet and greet at Tab Performance. I'll let you guys know further when it comes to that. Maybe something with Custom Dynamics as well. But that's the plan. And then March 10th, back here, Pooler, Georgia, practice session. Of course, V.I.Preloaders practice for free. Non-V.I.Preloaders, $100 for that session. I have had people pay that. I never feel good about it because it doesn't make sense. Being a V.I.Preloader costs you $4.99 a month, which is equivalent to $60 a year to come to as many of these sessions here in Pooler, Georgia that you want. But the people that did it said, listen, I just want to support the channel. And if they say that, and that's why they're doing it, I can swallow that better than just doing it because they feel like they have to pay for it. All right. So the global group ride. And for those of you that are not familiar with that, I've got a couple of videos out for it. That's going to be April 6th, right? That's a Saturday. And that's really kicking off the riding season for people that actually are in hibernation. And all that I ask for people that participate in that is on that day, just send me a video um, of you going on a ride that day or a practice session or just standing next to your bike. It doesn't even matter. And just acknowledging that the new riding season's here. You can say whatever you want, keep it at about, less than 2 minutes. And what this signifies is all of us, everybody's not going to be able to come to Preloader Nation to do this ride that I'm going to be doing. But when I do the video, whoever sent me a video, I include their clips in the video. And that way, we as preloaders are riding all on that day at the same time. Now, it doesn't have to be that day. Like last year, some people, it was snowing. So some people did the video from their garage. Some people did it a few days before because they knew it was going to snow. That's fine, right? It doesn't have to be on that day, right? But it's appreciated. And it's just a good time. I love the camaraderie. So this is why I really like the get-togethers and the rides. The rides are good, but before the ride and after the ride, that's what I enjoy the most. All right, so that's coming up. That is April 6th. And then April 7th, the following day, global group ride, the post-global group ride practice session, because I know some people travel here from a distance to participate in this, just like the anniversary. And if they can come here and do something for 2 days, then rather than just one day, perfect time to get into a practice session, especially if they're a V.I.Preloader and they don't participate in them often because of how far they are. All right. The 4th anniversary ride and luncheon, that is scheduled for November 2nd. Okay, November 2nd. Again, I'll post all of this, guys, and the same thing. We do the ride. We come back to lunch. We have some camaraderie. We do some giveaways, raffles. Last year was so much fun. So much fun. But I do want to apologize. I totally forgot about the opportunity to give you guys a chance to get up and say something if you wanted to, because I know SS Goldwing wanted to say something, and I feel like I robbed them of that. So I'll definitely remember for next year. And then lastly, guys, the anniversary practice session is always the day after that. And that's always great. This one was great because I had all my ambassadors. And again, they didn't participate in everything because, they didn't have to. It was a lot of people. They didn't want to take up space, but they would dip in and dip out. And I appreciated that. I loved it, man. I just loved it. All right. Practice session, guys. Traveling practice sessions. That's what I'm going to talk to you guys about. Firstly, I'm going to talk to you guys about the traveling practice sessions that are already confirmed. I just have to put the information out there, which I'm going to do this week coming up because I got to get this done. First, and this has been confirmed since last year, Maryland, June 2nd, I'm going to be in Columbia, Maryland, holding a practice session. Same location I was before, Seventh-day Adventist Church. The weather wasn't cooperating for us last year, so that's why it was already planned for this year. And so, yes, that's what I have planned, June 2nd. Be on the lookout for that. Again, guys, if you're not on my email notification list, you can add yourself to it. There's a link for it in the description section of all of my videos on my website. So definitely check that out. All right, that way you won't miss anything. Next, California. So yes, Ruben and Gigi will be hosting another traveling practice session in Lake Elsinore, that's Southern California. That's going to be May 4th and May 5th, and that's going to be at the Lake Elsinore Church. Pastor Fred already gave us the go-ahead saying we can use that parking lot. So just like we did before, the one on Saturday will start at 0900 hours, which is 9 a.m. And the one on Sunday will start at 12:30 because they have church that day. So I'm super excited about that. Again, I get to spend some time with Gigi and Ruben and be in California, and have a practice session. So I'm looking forward to it. And a lot of people are asking me, are you coming back to California? Yeah, I'm coming back to California. So that's the plan. Okay, next, Mississippi. So I'm going to be coming out to Mississippi again. And the last time I was there, my Tennessee ambassador, Mike, riding and wrenching, he's still confused. He thinks that he's in Memphis when he's at that Harley Davidson dealership, and he's not. It's Mississippi. But he hosted it last year. I'm pretty sure he's going to host it again this year if he's available. And I'm looking forward to that too. I just had a great time out there. There's one person in particular that I'm really hoping I see out there. Actually, two people. I'm not going to say any names. They're both female riders, and I'm hoping that I see them out there again. All right. I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Looking forward to it. That's going to be June 15th and June 16th, guys. June 15th and June 16th. Again, I'll give you all the information about it when I put out the information. It's going to be on my website. And of course, if you are on my email notification list, you're just going to get it sent to you directly. Of course, I'll still put out stuff on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook talking about it. And, up until the time that the event comes. And lastly, guys, Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee, at Bootlegger Harley Davidson. I'm going, Southern Thunder Harley Davidson. That's Mississippi. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot to say the name. Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee. That's Bootlegger Harley Davidson. Traveling Tall is having Run to the Hills 4. That's going to be June 7th and June 8th, right? And then following that, June 9th, which is a Sunday, I'll be doing a practice session out there. So if you're not familiar with Run to the Hills, this is the fourth one. I remember after one, Tall said to me, you know what? I'm not married to this location. Maybe Run to the Hills 2. We'll do it someplace else. And I said to him, dude, you're taking for granted what you have in your backyard here. You ain't got to change nothing. Those roads are beautiful to ride on. But once again, as much as I enjoy those roads, the camaraderie, because everybody comes, content creators, people come from all over the place. Gigi and Ruben are coming from California, and they bring in a bunch of people with them. I look forward to the people. The ride always comes second, right? So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the practice session after that, guys. So I'm letting you guys know so you could have just be on the lookout for it, guys, because, of course, I have to limit all of these things. I would love to do it and have everybody be able to participate, but, I have to be realistic, too. And also, when it becomes too many people, the people that are actually in it, I'm not going to get as much as I would like them to get. So I'm sure you guys can understand that. All right. So now I'm going to talk to you guys about some traveling practice sessions that I'm still working on. I don't have any confirmation yet. Florida. I've already spoken to Mike. Mike is the man in charge over there at Gator Ford. I've done practice sessions over there already. And he's already told me, yes. He's already told me, yes, definitely wants to do it. But it's just a matter of picking the weekends that we're going to do it. And I say weekends because he never just wants to do one weekend. He's saying 2, maybe 3, right? So we'll see how that works out. Ohio, there's another Mike Weisenbach, the pro rider Columbus. We got to work out what date we're going to do that, but he's already said yes, absolutely. Let's come on out. Love going back to Ohio as well. Again, practice session number, I think it was 86. I could be wrong. Actually, no, I can't be wrong because they actually made a group in Messenger just for them. That's how well they all bonded during that practice session. They just all bonded, and they still, to this day, all speak to one another. And I don't always respond to that stuff. I don't want to get into the middle of everything that they're doing, but I always read it. I want you guys to know I know everything that's going on. I know Rich got new bars. I know about Amy. I know about Terrell. I know about Sarah and all you guys. I miss you guys. Jason Zandy. Oh my God. This guy's just a phenomenal human being. He really is. Just an awesome guy. He's the guy that was riding that pretty Road King in that practice session. Anyway, I'm sure I'll see him again, whether he participates or not, which of course I want him to because he's just an inspiration to other people. He's another example of just what being dedicated to this stuff will give you. Just phenomenal. Let's see. What else? Texas. I'm working on something for Texas, guys. I get so many requests for Texas, but it always comes down to the same thing, a location. So right now there's a guy named Jeff. He's putting together an event. I think the event is in April. I think. It's called 1901. It's a 1901 rally. That's what it's called. And right now he's in the process of trying to make it so that I can come out there and do a couple of practice sessions too. Right. So I'm hoping that happens. But even if that doesn't happen, if you're in Texas and you have a location and you want me to come out there and it's a legitimate location, definitely contact me. North Carolina, Fort Bragg Harley Davidson, right? This is in Fayetteville, North Carolina. This is Tiffany Renee's neck of the woods. As a matter of fact, Tiffany Renee and her husband Daniel, they're going to be there as well. They're the ones that actually reached out to me to let me know that this Harley Davidson dealership plays my YouTube videos the whole time they're open. They just play them nonstop. So a traveling tour told me the same thing. And I just think that's phenomenal. You know, rather than just having some crap on the screen while people are sitting around waiting, why not have something up there that's educational and will maybe help them out, right? So that's just phenomenal. They let me know. How about contacting them to see if we could do a practice session? I was in contact with somebody. We're still working that out. I got to wait for the general manager to be available, but I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be great, especially hanging out with Tiffany and her husband. They were both here in Pooler, Georgia. We did a private lesson together, and that was just great. Came back to the house. Once again, the private lesson was great, but the highlight for me is when they were here, and we just talked about not just YouTube, life. I love that. It's amazing the things that we all have in common, no matter where we're from, what our background is, and you attract what you are, period. So I'm not amazed anymore about all of the awesome people that I've come into contact with. And Tiffany and her husband, they're in that group. So if you haven't heard of Tiffany Renee, check out her YouTube channel. Her husband, you'll rarely see him. You want to see him? Watch him with the practice session with me, the private one. He's the camera guy. He's the man behind the scenes. He does all the editing. Tiffany is the face and the voice. And Tiffany has members too. So if you want to be a member of that channel, definitely go over there and check that out. I'm a member. You can be a member too. So that's two people. Jogo Motorcycle Adventures, I'm a member. Tiffany Renee. All right. Thank you for the like. Guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. Ryan Richardson here, I see. Welcome. I'll read those comments in a second, guys. So again, anyway, Fayetteville, North Carolina, still putting that together. Again, I want to shout out Tiffany Renee for actually going to the dealership and making this happen. And lastly, New Jersey. Now, I've already spoken to Joe. Joe works at the church out there in Allenwood, New Jersey. That's where I usually do it. And what I usually do is Saturday, I'll do a session in New Jersey because they have church on Sunday. And then on Sunday, I do a practice session in Maryland because that's a Seventh-day Adventist church and they have church on Saturday. So I'm trying to get June 1st. And hopefully that works out. If that works out, I'll be in New Jersey June 1st. And I picked that because I can do two different locations, and it's not a ridiculous amount of difference between the two. You know, the only thing is when I finish in Jersey, I got to pack up and drive to Maryland and then do another session the next morning. No big deal because that night I stay in Maryland just so I can relax. And then the next day I head back to Pula. All right, guys. So those are the traveling practice sessions that I have planned and I'm working on locking down. They should all at some point be confirmed. It's just a matter of dates being available. Now, I will say this, guys. I get so many requests. Can you come here and do a practice session? I would love to. I always want to do these things, guys. But it has to make sense logistically and financially. So if you know you live in a remote part of the world, I need to be able to fill up 2 classes, and I usually make that 10 people per class, right? It could be a little bit less than that, but it's got to make sense, right? So I want you to keep in mind, if you live someplace and you know you have a legitimate location, legitimate, it can't just be, hey, this place is always empty. It's somebody owns that. They said, yes, you can use it. If you have that, boom. And keep in mind that if you find the location, you do the legwork and it all works out and we have this practice session, obviously you don't have to pay for that practice session because you put it together, you quarterbacked it, right? Also, keep in mind, if you're a V.I.Preloader, this is kind of written everywhere, but sometimes people miss stuff. V.I.Preloaders practice for free with me here in Pooler, Georgia, not at traveling practice sessions, okay? All right. So again, you got a location, boom. I'm going to make that happen one way or another, right? Clearly, location is not even a big deal as far as distance. I'm going to California to do one, but I'm flying there. So if I have to fly somewhere, again, the way it works out for me in California is when I go to California, I got my California ambassadors. They provide me with a car. They pick me up from the airport. All of that stuff helps, right? So Oh, speaking of which, guys, here's some other inquiries that I've had and conversations with people to do practice sessions elsewhere. So I've been speaking with a guy. I'm not going to say his name yet because nothing's confirmed, but he wants me to come out to South America to do 4 days of training. I think 4 hours for like beginner riders and then 2 hours for instructors. And he kind of wants me to do this annually. It's like a program that he's running out there, and it looks positive. It looks very nice. I've vetted it, so we're in contact. We'll see what happens, and the plans is to have that. I think sometime in October. Last time we were talking, so if that happens, that would be great. Also, I'm in contact with somebody from Saudi Arabia. Now, when it comes to Saudi Arabia, I've actually had two other people contact me from that region saying we want you to come out here and do a practice session, private lesson, whatever you want to call it. Once they get those numbers, I don't hear from them anymore. But we'll see. I mean, we got to come on. You can't ask somebody to fly all the way across the world and think it's going to be, come on. It's got to make sense. Like I said, if it's got to make sense here, it damn sure has to make sense really far from here. Right? Okay. And lastly, Canada. Now, Canada is someplace I really want to go. I have V.I.Preloaders and preloaders in Canada, in those places as well, but Canada's closer. So again, if you're in Canada and you have a legitimate location that I can come, I'm there, right? I'm there. When I first started this whole traveling practice sessions, it was Anita's idea. I didn't want to do it, but I love doing it now because I know that there's certain people, even if I'm not in your state, if I'm 4 hours away from you now versus 13, 15, 18 hours, then that's a better chance that now you can come participate in one of these things. So this is why I love doing those things. All right. And I'm looking forward to it all. Practice session number 91 is going to be next Saturday. As I stated earlier, it's January 27th. The weather's looking good, so I'm looking forward to that. And all right, guys. So let me kind of read some comments. I see my bride is in here too. Hello from Elizabethtown, Kentucky, everyone. That's Toby North. Welcome. Paul, Mike, was it Mick, USA, or Makusa? Hello, brother, from Sydney, Ohio. Cold and snow. Yeah, I know. Let's see. Let me scroll down. Guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. We got 120 people and 93 likes. You know what? Can I hit the like button? No, I can't. All right, I'll do it later. Let's see. I know I'm going to see a lot of crap talking in here, and I don't want you guys to just be typing and me not address what you're typing. So let me just give me a second, guys. Let me go back to where I was. All right, Rick Williams, Upper Marlboro, Maryland. 21. What is that? It looks like 21 feet. I hope that's what I'm looking at. 21 feet. I hope he means degrees. Yeah, he means degrees, I'm sure. Because, all right, here people are talking about the weather. Karen said 53 here in West Palm. See, and you guys might be like, hey, 53, that's cold for there. Right? So, but, this is going away. Hello from Dixon County, Tennessee. 5 degrees, lots of unmelted snow. That's one of the things I used to hate about New York. The snow might be gone, but it's so cold, nothing's melting. And then it would melt and then refreeze. Rich said it's 15 here in Indiana. Richard Huffman. Joseph Donovan, good evening. Good evening, Joe. We got Jogo, Karen, and Joe having a conversation. Guys, let me ask you a question. You can put it in the comment section. Most of you know I got 5 motorcycles. Which one's my favorite? Tiffany Renee saying hello to everyone. The Mayor, hashtag Preloader Nation. TD205, that is awesome, man. Awesome. Papa D Rides saying, hey, Tiffany. What up, Tip Squad? 919 in the building. That's the Mayor. Yvette, what's going on? I always tell people to check out your channel. Love the positivity and constructive critique of riders. Awesome. Thank you, Yvette. I appreciate you. Appreciate you being a V.I.Preloader. Those likes are starting to come up. Good. We're still short, though. Leland Carter, what's up, Leland? Ain't nothing wrong with it, with either. Okay. Jack said, what's good, Tiffany? Riding and wrenching. It says hit. I don't know what that means. What's this? Jeremoli. I don't know what I mean. Excellent. That is not uncommon. I'm lost now. I don't know what they're talking about. Happy New Year, folks. That's from the mayor. People talking to Tiff. Camilo did a great job. Thank you. Bob said Camilo did a great job on the haircut. Let me tell you something, guys, about Barber CVO 19. First of all, I never thought he'd be cutting my hair. But he just runs his business great. He ran it great in Jersey. I wasn't able to experience that one, but here in Pooler, Georgia, runs a great shop. And he's probably the first barber that when I get out of the chair, I don't go to the mirror. He doesn't hold a mirror behind my head. He doesn't even hand me a mirror. You know, I got to talk to him about that. What kind of crap is that? I don't see him do that with anybody. Is he that cocky? He is good, though. And he used to always tell me, I'm telling you, I'm good. And he's good. So I don't even look. I just get up. I pay him via Zelle from the phone. So I don't even have to, boom, and I'm out of there. In and out, 15 minutes. That's another thing, too. He's good at what he does, and he does it efficiently. So I make an appointment on the app. I'm there, and I'm out. It doesn't take all day. So I appreciate all of that stuff. It's all important. Your time's important, guys. It's something you'll never get back. So I appreciate the fact that he respects that. Let's see what else we got. Preloader Nation. Preloader World. Now Australia is in the house. Yeah, Preloader Nation is the world, man. That's LeClan Jackson. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. Richard Huffman said, I was just at Harley's shop buying me today. He was actually talking about your channel. Ah, love it. Daniel Sordi, what's up, everyone? And Robert from New York. What's going on, Dan? New York. Listen, guys, I think it's highly ridiculous that we're working on going to 4 years now on this channel, approaching practice session number 91, and not once have I made it back to where I'm from, New York. What's up, New York? Give me a location, please. I know it's more difficult in New York, and that's the issue, but we got to make this happen. I mean, come on, we got to make this happen. Got to make it happen. I would love to go back to New York. Let's see. Andrew Harris, Happy New Year, Robert, and thank you for all you do. My pleasure, Andrew. Thank you. The Road Glider. I got no sponsors, just information. Ride and Wrenches in the building. Andy Ride said, hey, the queen is on. Hello, Anita. Yes, the queen of Preloader Nation. That's my bride, Anita Simmons. Let's see. The Mayor said, hashtag Black Love. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hello, Q. Ride and Wrenching. Anita, thanks for the support you provide for Robert to continue this. Oh, that's from Jeremo? No, it's from Jeremy. Jeremy Lofton Jr. There we go. I got it. Jeremy Lofton Jr. Yes, thank you, sweetheart. I can never thank her enough for that and so much more. You know, I told Anita, I've said this to her more than once. I may have mentioned it here too. I told her if I had to write down a list, I'm talking about before I knew her, if I had to write down, make a list of the ideal woman for me, what would I have written on that list? And I know for a fact, not only would I have written all of the things that she is, but there's a crap load of other stuff that I wouldn't have written because I didn't know about it, and she has it. This is another example of you don't know what you don't know. And I mean, I just appreciate everything about that woman. I love her to death. She tells me all the time, nobody can ever love you the way I do. And she's absolutely right. All right. AW8 said, hi all from the UK biker. What's going on? The UK's in the house. I got preloaders and V.I.Preloaders in the UK as well. As a matter of fact, I got my favorite V.I.Preloaders from the UK that might be making the trip here to do some installation of something on something. That's all I'm going to say. All right. All right. Lee Sturgis is saying hello to my bride. Ryan Richards said, one of is better than Joe Go. Mike, it's important that you type in English. Very important. Sheikah said, the queen of Preloader Nation. Indeed, she is. Joe said, Miss Jenny is the best. Yes. Let's see. Learn how to type Q. Yeah, okay, good. You guys already got on them. Good. Anita Simmons said hi, Tiff. Memphis in the house, riding and wrenching. Of course, riding and wrenching said he doesn't care. Toby, be the boss of your motorcycle. What's going on? AWA said, I practiced at 2 degrees Celsius today. Alexa, 2 degrees Celsius is how many Fahrenheit?
2 degrees Celsius is 35.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, you slid that 2 degrees Celsius into it. I looked, I was like, what? I had to have the conversion. All right, that's still cold though. It's still cold. Let's see. If I set up any of your Shaniquas, I say that instead of Alexa, so I don't make it, I apologize. Happy New Year. That's from my bride. Paul Makusa. Hello, brother from Sydney. Okay, I read that one. Hello from Kentucky. I got that one. Watching from North Texas. This is, oh, hey, Tina. Tina, congratulations on that new pretty bike. You guys are not familiar. I don't know if you guys follow Tina Laurie on Facebook. Tina is 4'11". Check out the bike she just bought. Listen, guys, I need to get out to Texas, and Tina needs to be there, because I want to see Tina in a practice session. And I say this all the time. Female motorcycle riders, I always give you guys more attention, more focus. And that's not because you need it more. It's because you appeal to more people. Other female riders will look at you and go, girl power. If she can do it, I can do it. And you guys seem to support each other anyway. When I was doing a practice session on the anniversary, every time a female rider would make a U-turn, I had, who was over there? Katie and Gigi. Yay! Girl power. I love it. A guy will look at them and go, oh, this is bullcrap. If they could do that, I have to learn how to do that. So that's what I mean. They appeal to everybody. So, and I like to see misinformation and stereotypes debunked. Oh, I'm short, so I can't. That's why I can't do this. Baloney. You check out. So Tina, definitely. If I'm coming out to Texas, you got to make your way out there for a practice session. Also, guys, some of you guys know this. I know Tiffany Renee knows this. I know Sheikah knows this. I know of course, my ambassadors know it. But if you're a content creator on YouTube, and you want to come out here for a private lesson with me, it's no charge for it, right? I'm not going to charge content creators because they have a following as well. I told you before, guys, I'm one guy with a YouTube channel, and it's important for them to see you prioritizing this as well on your channel. As a matter of fact, if you look at, I think it was Tiffany Renee's last video. If it wasn't the last video, she was talking about, well, the last video I watched was Tiffany Renee participating in an MLK Day parade. And what does she say? Riding in a parade, you get to practice on your slow speed maneuvers. She has been, so Tiffany Renee and her husband, but you're not going to hear from him as much. She's been transformed now, right? And what I mean by that is our minds are the biggest obstacle in everything that we deal with, but on these motorcycles especially. How you think, how you view this is going to determine everything else. So if all you think about is, hey, there's my bike, I just want to get on it and ride it, then that's all you're going to do. Nothing in between. But now your lens has changed because you have more knowledge, more focus on these things. And now they become a priority. And it's almost, you feel compelled to talk about it, especially because, so many people don't know. So that's why I want to offer that to content creators. I'm waiting for Sheikah. As soon as Sheikah gets better, her and her husband already came out here for a private lesson. But this was before, I think it was before she had a YouTube channel. So I definitely welcome her to come back out here, her and her husband. And let's do a private lesson again. Let's knock off the cobwebs. And, guys, listen, if you do a private lesson with me or a practice session with me in 2021, when you come back in 2022, there should be some improvement, right? Again, there's no pressure. I'm not putting pressure on you, but you should feel pressure because coming to a private lesson or a practice session is fine. But what you do in the middle of that is way more important, right? You got to keep practicing. Okay. All right. But Tina, congratulations on that bike. See how much I stray, guys? Okay. What? Riding and wrenching to this just in. me get close to the mic. This just in. Riding and wrenching just said, I don't talk trash. If any of you guys know riding and wrenching, you know that alone is talking trash. So next he's going to say he doesn't lie. Troy Martin said, Andy, what part of North Carolina are you in? Oh, you're talking to, okay. What's going on, Troy? Anita Simmons said, no thanks, Daniel. I like being in the background. Robert is the main attraction and does the heavy lifting, but I appreciate the acknowledgement. She's awesome. Matthew Savoy from Maryland, welcome. All right, I think I got that already. JR from High Point, North Carolina. Mark Lowe. What's going on, Mark? Yvette, enjoy Joe's videos too. Mm-hmm. There's riding and wrenching. Boo. Okay. Congrats to all the ambassadors. Thank you for your service. That's Little Scott's World. Q, you're jealous because you lost the slow race. Oh, that's another thing. I'm hoping that Joe can make it to the global group ride and then the practice session after that, because that's probably going to be the next time that that belt's going to be able to be challenged. And at this point, well, I'm just going to say Andy is probably going to have the motorcycle he should have been on. That's Andy Rides. And we'll see what happens then. Because, you know what? I'll leave it at that. But that was a lot of fun, man. Joe did a great job with that and promoting that. And to be able to have it during or in the same area, location, I should say, as the anniversary practice session, that was just great. So it was just a great 2 days. It really was. Actually, 3 days. Brandon Dudley, Joe, Q technically doesn't lose. Y'all did it twice. He didn't lose. Oh, he lost. He won the first one, though. He definitely did. And he won that because of the rules. But, all right. Joe Go said, we won't talk about that, Brandon. I can't take that belt. No, I could take that belt in a heartbeat. That's, uh-oh. How did you pronounce his name? Thanos? Essity? So he could take that belt in a heartbeat. There we go. Well, next time we have an event and you know he's going to be there with it, just show up. That's all you got to do. Kelly B saying, hello, everyone. What's going on? That's Kelly B. Gliding. Check out his YouTube channel as well, guys. People saying hello to everybody. Good stuff. Any future upcoming courses in Middle Tennessee? Okay, so that's what I talked about. I'm going to be in Knoxville, Tennessee. I don't know if that's Middle Tennessee, but that's where I'm going to be, and that's going to be June 9th. Stand by for that. That information will be going out. Just in case you missed it when I announced it earlier. Papa D. Let's see. And I love the interaction that you guys have together. I just love it. Guys, thanks for getting the likes up. I appreciate it. Hold on, guys. Oh, my Virginia ambassador's in the house. That's Ken, K-Man. He said, I'm planning a full plate of riding this year. Headed to the Outer Banks Bike Week, looks like. Back to the Tails event, Texas or Sturgis. Of course, Pula, OC Maryland, Bike Week, etc. Good. Yeah, I'm definitely hoping that Ken can come back. Hopefully his back cooperates with him. Mega Rock 1 said, hello, I'm looking forward to practicing with you in the near future. Retiring soon. Congratulations. So I should have plenty of time to prepare. Keep up the good work. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Oh, yeah, guys, I started to tell you earlier. I'm sorry I forgot. With Lure Tigers, the other thing that excites me is we might be doing some events together, right? I'm going to bring some of their stuff with me, document holders and keychains and stuff like that to give out to you guys. But they actually have like an event where all of the lawyers come together. It's like a conference. And, I said to them, it would be awesome to do a practice session just with them because, yeah, they're motorcycle attorneys that ride motorcycles, but how do they ride, right? So it would be awesome for you guys to see them practicing. I mean, at least I think it would be. What do you guys think? So I'm hoping that comes together too, and some other stuff that I might be doing with them. So I'm excited about the possibilities. Lee Sturgis said, my little lady has a lot of riding in our future. Going to Sturgis again. Yeah, buddy. Kevin Shackelford said 40 and 50. Be nice. Okay. Talking about the weather. Yeah, I'll be get to be. I forgot. I'll be at Columbia as well. I'm gonna ride the damn wheels off the bikes this year. That's what I'm talking about, man. Adrian Watkins says, coming to Alabama soon. I would love to come to Alabama. I just need a location, right? And it really doesn't make any sense. I got to pass. I got to go through Alabama to get to Texas. So, definitely something I could do. It's not, it's not like far. Well, we already talked about that. The distance is not the issue. It's the location, and then people to fill it. That's the issue. D on two wheels. I guess I'm better than I thought I rode. In a Labor Day parade, didn't put my feet down. Plus, your cobblestones are nothing to Philly cobblestones and potholes. You know what? You might be right, but I need you to come down and ride on these cobblestones first. It's not just the fact that cobblestones are fine if they're even. And that's the issue here. Not only are they not even, but there's holes there too, like big dips. But challenge accepted. I might hop in the competition this time. My back is fine now. That's K-Man. A lot of trash talking. Don't make me join the slow race. That's K-Man. All right now. Terry Sweet, what's going on? 2019 CVO. Joe Go said, I think the next event I'll be able to defend the belt will be the anniversary. Oh my God. You guys hear that? You guys are going to have to wait until November. But it does give you a lot of time to practice. So that's good. Miss Jenny said, roll call to our ambassadors here in the house. Let's hear it. Yeah, we gave the roll call at the beginning. Okay, who's this? Member for 4 months. This is a V.I.Preloader. Smoke Eater 7512. Thank you for all you and Anita do. Love this channel and the friends it has made because of it. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you becoming a V.I.Preloader. Right? Nothing but above and beyond personalities here. D on two wheels. Millington is closer to Memphis. Tell that to Ryan Wrenchen, man. He's in another world. Nomad Matt, as a Maryland rider, I promise I won't run over you in Columbia. LOL. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, for some reason, whenever I go to Columbia, Maryland, to do a practice session, they're coming for me, right? One person made contact. She hit me, no big deal. She was more concerned about me, and I'm concerned about her, but everything was fine. And in my intro, there's a guy coming for me when you see me run off. He's riding an Indian, just saying. And I also had a guy coming at me too. He's going around in a circle. But one thing this has taught me, guys, I'm always learning. It taught me to stand in an appropriate location. I just take for granted, everybody's going to go where they intend to go. No, we don't always go where we intend to go. And that's why the 3 C's are so important. We got to be in control. All right. Let's see. Oh, this just in. Joe Go, $20 donation. I appreciate it, brother. I definitely appreciate it. Thanks, Joe. K-Man said, better than the cobblestone street was the ramp back up to the streets. Oh, yes. How can I forget about that? You're right. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, guys, speaking of this, I'm going to be doing a video, well, 2 videos. One of them I'm going to start editing tonight. And it's going to be talking about touring Harley-Davidson motorcycles and issues that they're having turning the handlebars full lock all the way to the right. I mentioned it in the video, and I realized I didn't have any audio. And then when I did it again, I forgot to mention that Riding and Wrenching, he has 3 road glides, and all 3 of his motorcycles have this issue. So when you watch this video, guys, it's just going to be something I want you to try out. If you have a touring motorcycle, or even if you don't, try it out anyway. I only have experience with the touring motorcycle in this issue. And another video I'm going to do, guys, is when I was in my private lesson yesterday, I rode the motorcycle onto the grass, and the grass was mushy. I guess it was from rain. And as soon as I hit it, I felt it like, oh my God, it's like riding in mud. My first reaction was, oh crap. But what did I do? I treated it like gravel. I made a U-turn on it, like gravel, straight up. No issues. I'm going to do a video on that. But now, instead of talking about gravel, I'm going to talk about that. There was some sand there too. Again, your options, everything changes when you practice and you know what you're doing on the particular bike that you're riding, right? So many things we get out of practice. Yeah, they have a bounty on you in Colombia. That's from Ken. So glad to hear that you both are feeling better. Yeah, guys. Oh my God. That was Christmas. I had the flu. And then after that, Anita got a cold. And then apparently I got Anita's cold. So, I mean, you can hear my voice. It's still not 100%, but I'm good now. And my wife said, I'm giving so much love to the big sister, Maria Manderson, preloader. She's the Preloader Nation photo specialist. She takes great pictures of our preloaders at the celebratory events. And yes, she does. Matter of fact, we got back from the ride and already there was a picture there. And so this year when we do this, guys, I'm going to let you guys, I'm going to offer it. You know, if you guys want to buy that to see that group picture, that'll be available for you guys. All right, guys. So I'm gonna end this, right? I think this was not too bad. Started at 7. It's 8:20 now. I want you guys to be able to get back to your day. I do intermittent fasting. I usually start eating at 3 p.m. and shut it down at 9. Well, I haven't even started eating today yet. And it's 8:21. So I'm going to go get something to eat. I love you guys. Look out for those notifications, guys. Look out for those emails if you're on the email notification list for all of these events coming up. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to an awesome 2024. And of course, peppered into everything I talked to you guys about is going to be the practice sessions that I have here in Pooler, Georgia. And I'm sure there's going to be other people that are going to contact me and say, hey, can you come out here? And if it works out, I'll be out there too, guys. I mean, I'm going to do this, guys, for as long as I can do it. You know, right now, there's enough content out there and videos out there to help people forever because YouTube's forever, right? Anita told me this is my legacy. It's always going to be there. But I love that you guys get to see yourselves out there, see yourselves practicing. And if you come to another practice session and I say, what practice session were you in? And you know the number. I just love that, right? So again, Miss Jenny said, what's the answer to your favorite motorcycle? I didn't see any answers, so that's why I forgot about it. My favorite motorcycle is Violet. And I'm going to do a video. Matter of fact, I used a picture of Violet for the thumbnail announcing this live. And a lot of people was like, wow, Violet is looking awesome. But it's not just about how she looks. I'll get into more detail about that, guys, because I am going to do a video on which bike is my favorite, which you guys already know now, and why. And when you look at, some people might look at the other bikes and go, how could that one be your favorite? We're going to talk about it. All right, guys? All right, I love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. If it's freezing out and it's cold out, you can stay in, stay in. Make sure your pipes don't freeze. I'm talking about irrigation if you got that outside and all that good stuff, guys. As always, guys, if you want to get in contact with me, some of you guys have my phone number. You can always feel free to call me or text me. You can email me, hit me up in the comment section, whatever. I spend a lot of my time conversing with you guys on a bunch of different ways. And that's something I'm always going to do. I love you guys. You're worth all of my time. All right, guys, spend more time being thankful for the things that you have and less time complaining about the things that you don't. Break out of the mold of the average rider. You guys are going to hear me saying that a lot now because it's so relevant. Seat time doesn't equal practice time, guys. And if you have time to ride your motorcycles, you have time to practice on them. It's that simple. Until next time.